All right, number 13 and 14, I guess I missed hitting the record, so I'm doing them in the practice section, but the problems are always similar. But on number 13, we're going to do the same thing that we did in 12. We're going to find the critical values, and then this time we want to find where the polynomial is less than 0, meaning negative. So it's already for us in factored form. So it's going to be really easy for us to find the critical values. And then once we find them, we're going to put them on the number line, and we'll let the calculator do the heavy lifting this time. So critical value would make this 0 is 0. What will make this 0 is a -6, and what would make this 0 is a +8, because 8 minus 8 will go to 0. All right, so these are my critical values. 0 in the middle, -6 on the left, and +8 on the right. So this is going to -infinity, this is going to +infinity, and less than 0, you are looking for negative this time, negative. All right. We also note that the inequality symbol does not have equal to, so we will be using parentheses as our endpoints all the time. Okay, so I'm going to be using parentheses and no brackets. A number that we could test over here, let's just say -7, between -6 and 0, -1, between 0 and 8, +1, and between 8 and infinity, let's just go with a +9. All right, so I'm just going to let the calculator do all of this for me. I'm sorry, this is going to cut off a little bit. All right, I'm going to let the calculator do all of this for me. So I'm just going to pull up calculator, turn it on, and go to y equal, clear out what I have, and I'm going to type this expression. So x parentheses x plus 6 close squared, and then open, and we're going to do x minus 8, and then close. So we got all that. Always double check. It's easy to mistype, or you might hit the wrong button. So just verify. It looks all correct. So I'm going to hit second and graph to see the table. And now I'm going to go to -7. Scroll up, 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 up. -7 is showing me a positive value. We want negative. So I'm going to write a positive here. That's not the one I want. And then I'm going to go look at -1. So if I scroll down, we can see -1 here. It's also resulting in a positive y value. So that is positive interval as well. That is not one that we're interested in. We're looking for less than 0, negative. So now I'm going to go to +1. So +1 right here, you can see, gives me a -343. That is an interval that I'm looking for. So this is one that I want. And then I'm going to go all the way down to +8. Well, actually +9. And that gives me a positive value. That's not what we want. Okay. So the only interval that gave me negative, less than 0, is between 0 and 8. So parentheses 0 to 8 is what we want here. All right, and then 14, it says write the polynomial in one of these forms, which that is already done, and then it says find the zeros. So it's already in this form. You don't have to do that. I don't know why it says to do that, but it does. All you have to do is find the zeros. Okay. So what makes these 0? Okay, so the same thing, same first part. X squared, x plus 6, and then x minus 4. So what would make this 0 is just by plugging in a 0. What would make this 0? -6, and what would make this 0 a positive 4. So here are my zeros right here, 0, negative 6, and 4. So 0, comma, negative 6, comma, 4, order doesn't matter. And then the second part wants you to test the intervals and find the solution. So the solution is finding the part that is greater than 0 or positive, okay? So we want greater than 0 or positive. Reread that. And again, I'm going to let the calculator do all of that for me. So I'm going to do a number line, put these zeros on there. So negative infinity, positive infinity, 0 in the middle. This will be a negative 6, and this will be a positive 4. And I'll just test, let's just say negative 7, negative 1, positive 1, and 5. And we're looking for positive ones. Y equal, clear this out, x squared, and then x plus 6, and then x minus 4. Make sure you get those in parentheses, just as you see on the screen. Double check. Make sure you got it all correct. Second graph to see the table. And then I guess we're already on the positive side, so let's look at 5. 5 is giving me a positive. I'm looking for positive. Or a positive here. We can look at 1. Let's go up. 1 is giving me a negative. Okay, I don't want negative. Usually I would just kind of cross these out. I hadn't been doing that here, but write the ones you want, and then I would X out the ones you don't want. It may help you. Go to negative 1, and it is negative, and again I'm looking for positive, so I don't want that section. And then look at negative 7. Negative 7 is showing a positive 539. And I do want that. So again, no underline, so my endpoints are going to be parentheses all the time. So I want negative infinity to negative 7. And I also want 4 to infinity. We'll need that keypad, negative infinity up to negative 7, and then 4 to infinity. Okay, made an error, I'm not really sure. Oh, okay, I put negative 7 instead of the negative 6, so that's my endpoint. Good thing we're in practice, because in certified they will not allow you to try that again. So I'm sorry, I used the test point. Negative infinity to negative 6 is what I should be looking at. And again, that can happen. Just be careful with putting your endpoints from the number line. So that's the only difference there.